Hey guys, the DVD update here for the month of horror, where I will review and watch and review one horror movie every day of October. So yeah, all the good names were taken. I got on the bandwagon kind of late, but anyway. So the first movie I watched for the month of horror, as I'm gonna call it, I guess, was a Masters of Horror season 2 episode. I just got this, and I've seen only some of season 1, which I own all on Blu-ray. Just popped open, but season 2 here, haven't seen yet. And I just picked random disc, the first disc from whichever side I wanted, and that happened to be Dream Cruise, directed by Norio Tsuruta, I think, or I don't know how to pronounce that last name. But it's episode number 13, which is the last episode of season 2, so I kind of am going backwards on this. But I might not watch any more Masters of Horror season 2 for the rest of October. We'll see how it goes and how many horror movies I can get or watch, because I don't want them all to be Masters of Horror, obviously. But anyway, this one premiered February 2nd, 2007. It starts out with a flashback scene, or a dream sequence, I guess you could say, of our main character and his little brother. They're both small. He's like 10 to 13, and his brother is a couple years younger than him. And they're on a calm ocean in a rowboat. And his little brother drops his hat into the ocean, and he starts trying to reach for it, rocking the boat. His brother's telling him to stop. The boat flips over, and essentially his brother drowns. His brother starts to drown, splashing around, just wigging out. I don't know who would let them out there. What kind of parent would let their kids out there if they didn't know how to swim? But that's beside the point. He obviously didn't know how to swim. He's splashing around. His brother's not going after him or anything. His brother's staying right on the boat, and he's just like inches away from him. It's kind of awkward, and they like grab hands, but his brother like slips out and then goes under, and he's just sitting there screaming. I don't know why he didn't just he could, even if he would have just reached out, stretched out a little bit, he could have grabbed him, which seems kind of awkward. But then he wakes up, and he is now in his mid to late 20s, and in his apartment, and it was a nightmare he had. And so he goes in, fills up the sink with water to splash on his face, get woken up, and there's the hat. His brother's hat right there, and he closes his eyes, hoping it goes away, and he opens it back up, and yeah, it was a hallucination. And then he gets a call from a woman, an Asian, and this was in Japan, because it was obviously an Asian horror director did this. And I'll give you 2 guesses what kind of story this is. Asian, you say? Is it a ghost story? Yes, it is. We'll get to that later. Anyway, so he gets a call from an Asian woman, and he seems kind of awkward with her. She's like, why didn't you show up to a meeting or whatnot? And he said he was just busy, yada, yada, yada. Then he goes to his job, which he works at a big law firm in Japan. And one of his clients is a very, very rich man, and calls and asks for him to have a meeting down at the marina, which he says he's too busy, he can't do it, but the guy talks him into it because he's a good client, and I guess he needs this account. So he goes to the marina, where he sees this girl there, which we find out is the wife of his client, and they're behind his back, they're having the sex, and they love each other and whatnot. And then he suggests he likes to talk business better out on his boat. And he keeps hinting at at first he doesn't hint at all until they get on the boat, and he convinces the guy, who is obviously deathly afraid of the sea because his brother drowned there. They go out on this guy's boat, and he creepily, ever so lightly, hints at how he knows that they're having an affair. And so yeah. And then at dinner, he basically just flat out, in so many ways, tells them, but then acts like he's joking at the same time. So he never readily admits that he knows that they're having an affair. And then it just gets worse from there. He was cheating on, wow, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't want to give too much away, but like I said, it is a ghost story, and he takes them. Their boat breaks down mysteriously in the same spot that something else happened to with this guy, and then see, I don't want to give too much away because it's actually not that bad of an episode. It's rated 5.2 on IMDb. Like, nothing really stood out on this one. It was like it was a good episode of. It was kind of long too. Usually they're like an hour or so. This one was like an hour and 20 minutes, which kind of surprised me. But it's called Death Cruise, which, you know, is a pretty cool name. The actors and actresses in it, you know, really didn't stand out too much. It's just like a generic ghost story, really, and it's really hard to explain any further without giving out key details, which I don't really like doing. Some people do that, and I don't like doing that. But now, I did enjoy it, so I'm probably giving it a 6 out of 10 because I liked it. It is definitely not the best Masters of Horror episode I have ever seen, nor is it the worst, because there's many that I don't like out there from season 1. So that was Masters of Horror Dream Cruise for October 1st. There might be more of Masters of Horror, but I'm about to do a second video since I'm kind of behind. I'm kind of behind on the days. So yeah, I'm rambling here. Second video I'm going to be doing next. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.
4 years since we got married. My Yuri is my most treasured thing. Thou shalt not commit adultery, right, Jack? You know what happens to people who do.
So he knows about us.
I wonder. That's strange. We should see the shore by now.
The prop probably got hung up on some seaweed.